Ni helpwyr heddiw o ysgol y Berllandeg, felly dewch lawr merched a ddweud helo wrth bawb fyna. Dyma nhw, maen nhw'n mynd i helpu ni heddi. They're going to help us with the same tasks that you're going to be doing as well. Felly, chi eisiau dod draw gyda fi? Yeah, dewch draw fan hyn, da iawn.
Perfect. Welcome to our lovely helpers. Now, we are just going to very quickly in this session, or last session rather, we spent our time writing our methods, a really important part of our plan, because obviously today what we're going to be working on is actually carrying out our experiment and getting our results. And we wouldn't be able to do that if we didn't have a really good method and a really good plan, okay? And speaking of really good plans, we had some fantastic work sent in, and we'd love to show you this piece here from a student in St David's Catholic Primary School in Swansea also. If you just have a little look at the quality of this, their plan that they have written in their book, they've included everything. They've got their equipment list, they have got their prediction, they've got their variables, the diagram at the top of the page there, and I know it gets a bit bright, but hopefully on screen you can see a very excellent structured method with those command words that we talked about last time. Hopefully you can see place, you can see pour, you can see leave, you can see record, you can see clean, all of the things that we're going to be doing when we carry out our method today. So this is a fantastic example of a really well written plan. So very well done indeed. We've been so impressed with the work that you guys have been sending in, and let's have a little look at the work that our helpers have completed while they've been doing it.
Okay, felly, ie, mae'r merched yn ysgol y Berllandeg wedi bod yn brysur yn neud osbarthiadau nhw, neud yr arbrawf yma, neud y gwaith yma, ynde fe merched. A maen nhw wedi dod mewn â llyfrau o ysgol. So the girls have been busy doing this work in their classrooms, and they've brought in their school books to show us. So I'm going to show you this one first. So here we have a very lovely method, step by step there with those command words. Okay, felly dull clir cam wrth gam yn dangos gorchmynion fyna ar y dderchog. Da iawn, beth oedd y chweched hylif wnaethoch chi defnyddio yn y ddosbarth neu penderfynu defnyddio?
Penderfynon ni defnyddio pastanedd yn ei dosbarth.
Pastanedd, ffantastig. Felly pastanedd ar gyfer ti, gwych. Ni'n hoffi hwnna, so ni wedi penderfynu defnyddio hwnna, so da iawn. A mae dyn ni un arall fan hyn, felly dull arall, clir iawn, cam wrth gam. Ni hefyd yn gallu gweld diagram hyfryd fyna, okay, gallwn ni weld, a hefyd yn newid yna. Gorchmynion, really bwysig, mesurwch, casglwch ac ati. So lots of command words there, making sure that that method is nice and easy to follow. Felly, beth wnaethoch chi ragfynegu oedd yr hylif gorau yn lanhau'r darn o arian?
Nes I ragfynegu y hylif golchi llestri oherwydd mae'n golchi pethau yn y tŷ.
Okay, fantastic. So we've had a prediction here that the washing up liquid you think will be the best at cleaning the coins. Well, we'll have to find out, won't we? Da iawn. Wych.
Okay, thank you very much. Beautiful work, girls. Excellent work in the in your books there. Love that. Really good examples of excellent planning, which needs to take place before we carry out an experiment, which we're very excited we are going to be doing today. Now, remember, we have said this over and over again in the series so far. It doesn't matter if you need a little bit more time in order to get this completed. We're going to try and see if we can get our practical done. We'll be giving you quite a big chunk of time in the session today to complete your practical, okay? But we want to go through making sure our method is right first before we set everybody off on their practicals. So if we just have a little look on the screen now, this is the method that you guys, that we gave you last time and that you guys will have written, okay? You'll see those command words there in those different colours, but something that we really want to stress to you, okay? Because we didn't tell you this last time. We really need, for this session, to make sure that we are all using the same time for our experiment. And what we mean by that is once we've put our coins in the liquid, we need to leave them in there for the same amount of time. We mentioned in the last session that, you know, it could be 2 minutes, could be 5 minutes, but what we've chosen to do, okay, is we are going to leave the coins in there for 10 minutes. And we need everybody to do the same. And the reason for that, last time, you might remember we mentioned those variables and that fair testing. If somebody leaves it in there for 2 minutes, well, maybe the experiment won't work as well as someone who's left it in there for 10 minutes. We'll get different results. And the only thing we want to affect our results is which liquid. That's what we're trying to find out, remember. Which liquid is the best at cleaning those coins. So everybody, okay, we need you to leave those coins in there for 10 minutes, because what we want to be able to do at the end of this and into the next session is we want to be able to compare our results across the nation. Remember, schools across Wales are carrying out this experiment. We have so many of you signed up, and we are so thankful because we're having the best time. Thank you very, very much. But we also need to make sure that we can compare our results between all those different schools. So really, really important, no matter what you have written in your method for the specific amount of time, it doesn't matter. Your method is still great. We just need to make sure that we are all using 10 minutes today. And this work window will stay, or this method rather, will stay on a little work window when we set you off on your practical in just a bit. So don't worry too much about that.
Felly, cofiwch, dwi'n sicrhau bod pawb yn neud yr un peth. Mae'n rili bwysig bod chi'n newid yr amser I 10 munud. Mae pawb yn neud union yr un amser o ran faint o amser mae'r darn o arian yn aros yn yr hylifau. Holl bwysig mwyn I ni cymharu canlyniadau ar draws y wlad mewn ffordd teg. Okay? A hefyd sylwch ar y dull, fel nath Mel ddweud, mae'r gorchmynion ar ddechrau'r camau mewn lliwiau gwahanol I ddangos wrth I chi fynd trwy, mae'r ateb yn gwella os chi'n mynd o coch I melyn I wyrdd. Felly da iawn os gallwch chi ddefnyddio'r geiriau yna.
Okay, so if we just show you very quickly, it's nearly time. We're about to do our experiment. We're going to get it set up here in class, and what we're then going to do is we're going to give you some time for you guys to set up your experiment and get that experiment going, okay? But we just want to show you the diagram of a setup once again. Remember, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be having our 6 different cups laid out. We're going to put our 6 different liquids in, and then what we're going to do when we're ready is we're going to get our timer ready for 10 minutes, and then we're going to drop our coins in, hopefully all at the same time. So if there's a few of you working in groups, and don't worry, we'll repeat this in a minute, you want to make sure that those coins go into those liquids at roughly the same time, okay? So what we are going to do now, we're going to invite our helpers back up to the front desk, and we are going to show you how we're going to set up the equipment. Before we set you off to do it, before we give you your time, hopefully you've got all your equipment in class with you ready. That's it. Come on in, girls. We're going to set up our experiment so that we are ready to go. So, Rhi, over to you.
Okay, so yn gynta, y cwpanau. Okay, so we're going to put out the cups first. So if you girls want to do that, merched, chi eisiau rhoi'r cwpanau allan fel yn y diagram. Hyfryd. A wedyn mae'r llwyau. The spoons to go next. So if you pop those in front, da iawn chi. Well done, da iawn. A wedyn mae dyn ni rhain. We've got the cloths ready for cleaning. So if you just show the camera the cloths, that's fine. Give them a wave. There we go. Hello, pawb. Dyna ni. Hyfryd, na fe. Ardderchog. Well done. Very good.
Excellent.
And then we have the coins. Okay, so we can put the coins just ready somewhere. That's it, next to the cups, if you like, or whatever's easiest. Okay, ar bwys y cwpanau. Ardderchog, that looks very good. Very similar to our diagram that we showed you. So da iawn, merched. So now we're ready to add the liquids into these cups. Ni'n barod I ychwanegu'r hylifau. Felly fi'n mynd I ddechrau gyda'r bicarb. Okay, I'm going to start with a bicarb because this is the only one that isn't a liquid. So we need to make it a liquid. And all you're going to do is add the bicarb into the cup. So rhowch y bicarb yn y cwpan. Peidiwch â phoeni faint o bicarb, okay? Mae dyn ni tua maint yma fan hyn yn y cwpan. It doesn't matter, okay? Dim ots. A wedyn fi'n mynd I ychwanegu dŵr at y bicarb. So I'm going to add water to the bicarb from my measuring cylinder. Na fe. Okay. There we go. We can hear those bubbles. Okay. A fi'n mynd I roi swirl bach fyna. Na gair. There's a scientific word for you, isn't it? There we go. So swirl bach. A dyna'r hydoddiant bicarb. There's your solution of bicarb. And that's all you need to do for the bicarb. Now, the girls are going to do 2 liquids each. Is that okay? And then Mel is going to do a liquid at the end there. So, chi'n barod, do you want to add your liquids now into your cups? Na fe? Fantastic. So, in they go. So mae dy hylif golchi llestri mynd mewn fyna. Mae dyn ni ketchup yn mynd mewn fan hyn, hyfryd.
Good work.
Da iawn,
Very nice and
merched.
careful.
That's looking good. So try and keep the level of liquid approximately the same thing, the same level in all of the 6 cups.
Good.
So that looks good. That's similar to the bicarb. Da iawn, well done.
Excellent.
Very good. It's nice having helpers.
I know,
isn't it,
this
Mel?
is
It
good.
makes a nice
Normally
change
we've got
for
to do
us.
all the experimenting
Yes,
ourselves.
lovely.
This is
Da
great.
iawn, merched. Ychydig bach mwy mewn fyna, a little bit more, that's it.
A bit more.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
There we go.
And the lid's
Decor.
on and everything.
know,
Look
they're-
at this.
they're much
Good at tidying
tidier.
up as well. I love it.
Than Mel, I think. Well done.
Then
And
me,
Bertha.
right, hold on a minute. Now, we've got the 5 liquids that all of us, all across the country are using. We've got our bicarb solution, our ketchup, our oil, our milk, and our washing up liquid. Now, what we're going to do in our 6th cup is we're going to use our 6th liquid. Now, remember, you could choose anything, all right? The girls here, I think you said you're using toothpaste, is that right? What we're going to use is we're going to use a little bit of lemon juice, okay? So I'm just going to pop some lemon juice in this last one, and I'll probably make more of a mess than the girls did because they made no mess.
Oh, ar ddechrau, Mel.
Oh,
You've done-
thanks.
Good job there.
Oh, diolch, thank you.
Okay.
Right, so I've got my, we've got our 6th liquid. Remember, 6th liquid can be whatever you have chosen in class. And we are almost ready to get started. Now, remember, we're not expecting you to have done any of this yet. We're going to give you your time in just a minute where we want you to set up your equipment just like this. It's only taken us a couple of minutes to do that. And then, remember, we need our timer, our stopwatch, ready, set, for 10 minutes. Now, don't worry if you haven't got a stopwatch like this. Remember, you can use teacher's phone in class. They can use that, or they can use it on their laptop. That's no problem at all, okay? Or computer in class. So I think it's almost time to pop our coins in. Now, remember we said we all want to drop our coins in at the same time, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to set the timer, drop the coins in, set the timer for 10 minutes. Then we're going to leave it. We're going to give you time to complete yours. But after those 10 minutes are up, remember what you've got to do next. That's what our spoons are for. We're going to be using those to fish out your coins so we don't get dirty fingers. We also might want to, like the girls here, roll our sleeves up so that we're ready so we don't get dirty. Make sure our hair is tied back if we can. The girls, oh, it's only me that hasn't come prepared. Sorry, guys. I'll do that in a minute. So we make sure our hair tied back, our sleeves are rolled up. The spoons will be for fishing the coins out after the 10 minutes. And then we'll be using, well, I say we, I'm going to get the girls to do all of it, the cloths to give them a bit of a clean afterwards to try and find out after 10 minutes which of these coins, which you can see hopefully, probably not right now, but they're all quite dirty. They've all got that dark oxide, copper oxide layer on them.
They all look the same, don't
They
they?
do.
at the
I think
moment?
we've done a good job of finding our all the similar dirty coins. We're going to pop them in, leave it 10 minutes, fish them out, give them a rub. Our cloths aren't wet. They're just dry cloths, okay? We're just going to give them a rub with those and see which one ends up the shiniest. Now, a really, really important point to note, don't mix up your coins. Make sure when you take it out, so if I take my coin out of the lemon juice, I need to remember that that's the one that came out of the lemon juice. And what we'll be doing when you come back, after we give you, I think we're going to give you about 25 minutes in order to complete this. We are going to just have a bit of a run through about what we're going to do with our results, how we're going to display them, and what we need to do in order to complete our experiment. Does that sound okay? What do you reckon, girls? Are we ready to go? Yeah. Let's pick our coins up then.
So luckily there's enough of us in order to be able to add the coins at the same time. So if you can do the same as us here, then that would be excellent, wouldn't it? So I've got the one I'm going to drop that in the bicarb. You've got your 2, you've got your 2. Mel's got hers on the end. Ydyn ni'n barod?
I'm ready with the timer. You tell me when. So what do you reckon? After a countdown?
Let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Dyna ni. So we're going to leave them in there for 10 minutes. Make sure the coins are under the liquid as well. You might need to give it a little bit of a wiggle just to make sure they're covered.
Excellent. Right, girls, do you want to head back over there for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said, our coins are now submerged in the liquid. Rhea was absolutely right, especially with that tomato ketchup and the bicarb one. Give them a bit of a wiggle to make sure they end up underneath the liquid. That is really, really important. And now our timer's set. So far, we've got another 9 minutes and I think 30 seconds left to go on our timer. You guys are going to be a little bit behind us, but that's fine because you now need your time to set up. We are going to give you 25 minutes. Your method will be up on the work window. And remember, these coins need to be left in there for 10 minutes. don't worry at all if we are playing catch up a little bit. It's no problem. You know, there'll be plenty of time to do that.
Yeah.
So, ready?
Good luck. Go for it.
Welcome back, croeso nôl. We hope you have had just as much fun as we had here carrying out that practical. We might have made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. That's what experimenting is sometimes. You can see we've got all our equipment still set up here. Spoons in, because this is what the girls used in order to get out our coins. We've given them a nice rub with our dry cloths, and we are ready to show you our results. So, over to Rhi.
Okay, well, diolch yn fawr. Da iawn, merchen. Wnaethoch chi fwynhau hynna? Did you enjoy that? Yeah, you did make a little bit of a mess, but that's okay, isn't it? It was all in the fun of it. Right. Felly, mae'r merched wedi bod yn gweithio'n galed a maen nhw wedi trefnu'r darnau o arian yn ôl pa mor sgleiniog i nhw, reit lawr i afloiw. So the girls, you've been working hard and you've put the coins in order of shininess, okay, working down this rank that you can see on the table. So, wyt ti eisiau just esbonio ni beth oedd yr hylif gorau yn glanhau'r darn o arian? Which liquid was the best at cleaning the coin?
Wel, yr hylif gorau oedd y sos coch, oherwydd pan o'n i wedi tynnu y mas, oedd yn sgleiniog iawn ac lot mwy sgleiniog na bob un arall.
Dwi'n meddwl newn ni ddangos i bawb, edrych ar pa mor sgleiniog yw hwnna. Wow, super sgleiniog. Well done, that's really shiny, that one. Felly, da iawn. Beth oedd yr un gweitha? Which is the worst at cleaning the liquids?
Well, the worst one was the oil, the coin that was in the cup of oil, because when it came out, there was still loads of dirt on it, and it was all the others had definitely got a bit cleaner.
Okay, should we have a look at that one as well? Newn ni edrych ar hwn, so close up. Dyna ni. Oh, yeah, mae dal yn brunt, okay? It's still got that layer of copper oxide on there, giving it that dull colour. Lliw afloiw fyna. Very good. Is that what you expected? Efo dyna beth ych chi'n disgwyl digwydd?
No.
Na, pa un o ti'n meddwl bydd y gorau?
O fi'n meddwl bod y baicab a dŵr mynd I bod yn y gorau. Wedi gwneud job dda, ond dim mor dda'r sos coch.
So you thought that the bicarbon water was going to be the best. And never mind, does it matter if you don't get your predictions correct? No, it doesn't matter at all. What did you think? Pa un nes ti rhagfynegu bydd y gorau?
Nes I rhagfynegu hylif golchi llestri, o fi'n meddwl achos mae'n golchi pethau yn y tŷ, bydde fe'n gallu, ond yn amlwg mae ddim yn gallu.
So you thought the washing up liquid would be the best because it's used for washing things up anyway. So that's a really good suggestion. I just want to draw your attention to this part here, if you can see. So you've put these two coins together, haven't you? So you've got shiny up here, dull down here, and you've put these two together. Why did you put those two together?
Well, when they came out of the cups, they were both like kind of the same shininess and the same kind of dullness, so we decided to put them together.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, syniad really da. Os ma nhw'n debyg o ran lliw, just rhowch nhw ar bwys ei gilydd. They put them together there because they couldn't differentiate between the two. So yeah, that was a really good idea. Da iawn, merched, gwych. Da iawn.
Excellent. Well, there we go. Fantastic way to display results. The rank that they have done there, we can't do a standard results table for this. And obviously, it would be quite hard to plot a graph. We could give it a go, but that's not the focus for this experiment. Hopefully, in a next experiment that we get to do with you guys in another session like this, we'll be able to do a more in-detail results table and a graph to follow. But for this one, putting them in a rank like the girls have done there is absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't matter. We're going to say this over and over again, probably between now and the end of the session. It doesn't matter at all if you didn't get your prediction correct. A prediction is just that educated guess. It also doesn't matter if you didn't get exactly the same results as us, okay? For instance, in this case here, the tomato ketchup, the sauce coch was the the best at cleaning the coins for us, but it might be, and then actually if you look, if you manage to see, then it was the lemon juice for us. It might be that you found that the bicarb was next, or maybe the washing up liquid was good for you guys, because you don't know whether you might have used a different washing up liquid that might have different ingredients in it. That is okay. All we need you to do is be able to observe and display your results for us, okay? Now, what we're going to do is almost time to set you off on your next piece of work that we need from you, but a couple of things. We would really love to see pictures, photos sent in of your coins, your shiny coins, your coins that are dull, still have that layer of dark copper oxide on. We'd also really love, send them in via Padlet or social media, tag us on those. We'd also really love for you, by the next time we see you, to write for us a conclusion. Now, a conclusion is basically telling us what happened in your experiment. So what we'd like to do now is just to give you a bit of an example of what you'd write in a good conclusion. So hopefully up on the screen now, we've remembered that our investigation is about cleaning coins. Which liquid was the best for cleaning these coins? So a great start to your conclusion would be to say that we use six liquids. You could say what they are. You could say which one was the best and whether it met your prediction. So, for instance, our prediction was correct. We guessed that Source Koch would be the best at cleaning coins. Or you could say our prediction was incorrect. We said it would be washing up liquid, but it turned out to be Source Koch. That would be great, right, Ray? Mm-hmm. That's a good start. But a conclusion, a really, really good conclusion, should have a bit more detail. So you might want to add how you knew that the Source Koch or the tomato ketchup would be the best, okay? Going on our results. And you would say that ketchup was the best at cleaning coins because it became the shiniest, okay? The coin that came out of the ketchup was the most shiny. That's absolutely fine. That gives us that little bit more detail. That's a very good conclusion. We want to make it an excellent conclusion. So we want to add just that little bit more detail again. And it might be something like saying that why it happened. Well, Source Koch, tomato ketchup, contains acid, and that reacted with the copper oxide, that dark layer, that dull layer on the surface, and it removed it, so it cleaned it, okay? You might say anything that just explains what happened in our reaction. Now, obviously, you've got ours here as an example that you guys can use in class, but we would love to see some extra details. Maybe add in which one was the worst, or explain your ranking, that a couple of them had the same level of shininess after coming out. And what we would really, really love you to do, if possible, before next time, okay, and there will be some time at the end of this before 12 o'clock with that little work window, so you guys can get started on your conclusions and send those into you. And we would love next time at the beginning of the session to have a big compilation of all your hard work, because that would be fantastic.
Felly, jyst I fynd trwy beth nath Mel dweud nawr, gyda'r gyda'r gwerthusiad, cofiwch I ychwanegu mwy o wybodaeth mwyn cael eich ateb da fyna. So dechrau bant trwy gyfeirio at eich rhagfynegiad, prediction. Cofiwch I gyfeirio os mae'n anghywir neu'n gywir, a does dim ots o gwbl os geithwch chi'r rhagfynegiad yn anghywir. Okay? I wella'r ateb, symudwch ymlaen I sôn am yr hylif gorau a'r hylif gweitha yn glanhau'r darnau o arian, a wedyn I wella'r ateb well byth, ychwanegwch wybodaeth am y copper oxide, y ffaith bod y copper oxide, yr haen yma ar y ddarn o arian, yn adweithio gyda'r acid mewn Source Koch, neu beth bynnag, pa bynnag hylif chi di ddefnyddio, neu ffeindio sy'n lanhau nhw'r gorau. Cyfeirio at yr adwaith cymegol sy'n digwydd rhwng y copper oxide a'r acid, a dyna pam dyna'r darn arian mwyaf sgleiniog. Felly, y mwy o wybodaeth, y mwy o terminoleg chi'n rhoi mewn eich ateb, y gorau bydd eich ateb. A fel ddwedodd Mel, cofiwch I danfon unrhyw waith mewn ato ni. Ni'n rili mwynhau gweld yr holl enghreifftiau ar draws Cymru. Felly, mae'n neud ni'n rili hapus I weld rheina, a tagiwch SparkLab ac e-sgol wrth i chi wneud hwn. So make sure to tag us, e-sgol and SparkLab, in everything that you send in or put on social media.
Okay, so one very last thing from us, okay? Next session, we will obviously be finishing off, and last session, we'll be finishing off our investigation. And every good investigation needs an evaluation. So what we'll be working on next time is to explain what went well in our experiment and what maybe we would need to do in order to improve. How could we make this experiment better? What could we add in, okay? So what we would love for you to do is, like we said, send in any of your work. We can't wait to see it. And we'll get to thinking next time about our evaluation. And hopefully we can show you some cool things, just a bit of a tease of what we could do in a future investigation like this.
Yeah. So diolch i'n helpwyr. Thanks to our helpers today. They were fantastic. They've been working hard. Diolch I bob ysgol sydd wedi bod yn cymryd rhan. Thanks to all the schools taking part today. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next time.
Don't forget that work window will come on your screen, taking you up to 12 o'clock. There'll be about 5 minutes left. And yeah, but remember, don't worry if you don't finish in time. And we really look forward to seeing you next time. Diolch!
Hwyl!